Hi everyone, I just wanted to give a brief update following my second chemo today. It did not go, it didn't go really well at all actually. Upon arriving in the hospital, I got off to a pretty bad start because when I shut the door to get out of the car, I don't know what I did, but I basically sprained my wrist on my way into the hospital. So that was not a good starting point, particularly as the chemo must be administered through my left arm because the tumor is on my right breast, so it's going to be on the opposite side of your body. So I was not looking forward to that, starting this out with a now sprained wrist. If you recall from my first chemo session, they popped my vein. So I said, oh, by the way, they popped my vein in my hand. So, and I showed which vein it was. So the nurse, a different nurse this time, said, okay, well, I'll go for a different vein. She went for a different vein and she popped it. But unlike the first time, she took the needle out straight away. And I thought, oh my God, I'm going to be sick. I'm gonna throw up, because this is when I start to feel nauseous, and it's like you sweat all over, it gets really hot, and I'm thinking I am actually gonna throw up. They also hadn't given me my anti-sickness medication the day before to start, so I had to take it upon arrival, so that wasn't good. Then the same nurse went for a second vein and she popped it again. By this time, I was like, oh my God. Ryan sat next to me. He just said, oh my God, baby, I'm about to throw up. This is like gruesome. So she eventually went into sort of more my forearm. I can't really get to it now. And we got there in the end, but the needle was up against the wall of the vein. The chemo itself was then fine, but it just got off to a really bad start. The headaches come back. I feel sick, but I think it's more from the headache than the nausea. I don't know. It's just not been as good an experience. The nurses asked me about a PICC line, which is where they insert a catheter, basically, sort of above your elbow, through your arm and into a vein in your chest. And I've just been researching that because I only have 4 more rounds left, but it's looking like every time it's going to be like this. They had to take a heating pad to warm up my veins to get the needle in. But there's a lot of risks, I think, with the PICC line, like risk of infection. You've got this thing dangling from your arm for 4 months. It getting knocked, it getting infected, it needs to be cleaned out. So I'm just in this really unfortunate position where basically, and now that it's in my head, so I'm freaking out about the nausea I experience. I'm pretty close to fainting when this happens. And I don't know why. I can't control it. I've never had a problem with needles, but it turns out, now that I've had some bad experiences, I've got issues with the needles. So I don't know. I think it's probably worth the pain of continuing on the way we are, as there's only 4 more sessions, then 4 months of this PICC line, but I don't know. I'll speak to my oncologist next week. So we're getting there. All in all, not a really good experience, and feeling a bit sick and tired, so I'm gonna have a lie down now, but thought I'd give everyone an update. Good night.